healthy, non-toxic bedding setup, but I would say this one's more fun because in the last one we didn't have this girly pink setup. If you're in your glow up era and you've realized that your bedding affects not just your sleep, but also your mood and your overall focus, then this series is perfect for you. I'm breaking down how I care for my healthy, non-toxic bedding setup, how often I plan to replace these items, whether or not it's worth the investment, and what I would do different if I could go back in time. In part one, I talked about my non-toxic healthy materials that I'm using for my bedding setup. In part one, I actually showed the champagne bedroom setup. So if you missed that, go ahead and watch that video. I talk about why it's important to upgrade to non-toxic materials because it's so healthy, not just for your sleep, but for different parts of your wellness. And I also talk about how you can customize your healthy bedding based on your sleeping needs and your preferences, which I will say is my favorite part of the whole process. So I love both bedding sets. The champagne set is a totally different energy. It's kind of hard though because I'm not sure which is my favorite, but keep watching because I'll dive into my experience with both and what I would say the differences are. Let's first talk about care and maintenance. I got my sheets in both cotton and linen. I wash those every week. This is really important because you don't want it to trap dead skin or maybe product residue or just anything from the previous nights. Of course, there are times where I wash it more often during the week, but I would say at least once a week minimum so that you are really keeping your healthy bedding fresh and allowing it to stay breathable. I also use a pillow protector, which is super important, and I wash my pillow protectors every week. My silk pillowcases are 100% silk. You can read the blog post to see what brands that I purchased because I did do 2 different brands. For me, it came down to, of course, finding high quality silk, but also finding colors that I love. So I did do this kind of fun lilac color here, and I did this really fun bubblegum pink. You want to wash them weekly. But if you can, if you're able to, rotate them midweek. Really everyone, but especially if you know that you do a lot of skincare or you wear makeup, sometimes you do have some residue or other things that can kind of get trapped in your pillowcase. And this is really important for not just your hair health, which is why I did the silk, but it's also very important for your skin health as well. And yes, you do need a different detergent for different materials. I find that I usually use my regular, gentle, non-toxic detergent for my cotton items. The brands that I purchased from, most of them did have their own detergents that smell amazing. Sorry to get excited, but they smell so good. Like, they could be perfumes or like body mist. They're nice. Upgrading to non-toxic detergent can be very affordable. I have not found it to be super expensive, including the specialty detergents that I purchased. The other switch that I made, and this was a switch I made initially, was switching to non-toxic dryer balls. And I'll make sure to also link that on wellwithbrielle.com in the blog post. These were super affordable and they're actually way cheaper than dryer sheets because you buy them one time. I personally chose to go with larger balls. You can kind of play around with the sizes and the quantity depending on the loads that you usually dry and then also the size of your dryer. But they're super easy and I have found that they're really effective in keeping my clothes moving and also just reducing wrinkles and other things of that nature. Dryer sheets actually contain chemicals including the fragrance and softener, which stays in your clothes, it gets onto your skin, and it's just overall not healthy for our bodies. The other tip is to air things out. When I am drying my items, I dry them on low heat. For a larger item like the duvet insert, you do want to air dry it, and same with my mattress protector. My mattress protector is cotton and my duvet insert is also cotton. I do dry them on low heat, just being honest, which you can do, but what's better is to really let them air dry. So I'll usually do them on low heat, and then towards the end, especially if I know they've been in there for a while or they're barely damp, I'll let them kind of air dry. Let's talk about your duvet insert and the items that you need to wash less frequently, but they're more, I would say, heavy duty items. Wash your duvet insert every 2 to 3 months. And remember, I said I wash the duvet cover, the part that's directly touching my skin, at least once a week. I would not recommend overwashing any of these items because if you overdo it, it's going to contribute to the wear and tear. You may want to take your duvet insert to either a professional dry cleaner or to a larger laundromat service so that it does fit and it's able to properly get washed. In the blog post, I dive deeper on how often to replace your mattress, your duvet insert, your sheets, and these other items because that's so important. And I will be honest, like I was in the first video, that's where I went wrong. I was washing everything often, but I wasn't replacing them often. Replace your pillows every 2 to 3 years. This is important again so that your pillows don't trap anything like dead skin or old products, but also you'll find that the pillows will kind of get dull over time depending on the quality of pillow you purchased. But again, do it for your health. You don't want to be sleeping on dirty pillows. And after some time of owning these pillows, no matter how much you wash them, you really just need new pillows. Your sheets you want to replace every 1 to 2 years. Mattress protector, replace that yearly. Okay, I'm excited about this part. Let's talk about my pink. Pink is my absolute favorite color, specifically this shade of bubblegum pink. I think it is so fun and so girly. So I wanted to make sure I still had that champagne set and something more calm, or when I want to set more of a spa-like mood. But for times where I just want to have fun and feel like she's just a girl, you know, or queen, princess vibes, this is perfect color. Also, the pillowcases that I chose, I think complement this bubblegum pink perfectly. I think they're so fun and vibrant and add just a pop of color. Look how fluffy it is. It's soft too. Like, I said this in the last video, I cannot wait to go to sleep. I absolutely adore my cotton and linen set. I've had time to sleep in it and also see, you know, how the material really holds up with washes, how easy it is to make my bed, etc., etc., etc. I've had the full experience and da-da-da-da-da. I love it. 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 I love both sets. I feel like such a princess going to sleep every night. Like, it's so fluffy. Loving the look and the fluff and how warm my non-toxic bedding materials are keeping me. They also support my health and wellness. I talked about this a lot in the first blog post as well as the first video that I did in the series. I really want to share with you all which benefits I personally have experienced. Breathability. These materials allow me to have better airflow, better circulation of air while still keeping me warm. I'm able to breathe better at night because these materials are non-toxic. They're not synthetic. They're not harboring chemicals. Temperature control. I personally just love it warm, and I have found that this, including the linen, in fact, I think the linen keeps me warmer. Both the linen and the cotton are so warm when I'm not wearing my bonnet and I lay my hair just on the silk pillowcases. Even with the wrinkles you see, that's just from me laying on it. It does not crease my hair at all, and it's just the best sleep ever. Like, I can see the difference in my skin in terms of my skin staying soft, smooth, it retaining more moisture. I also see a big difference in terms of my acne as well. When I'm really being consistent in maintaining my skincare routine, coupled with my silk pillowcases, I do find that I rarely break out. Softness after wash. After I wash this, it feels so soft and clean. Cons, it is a higher cost, but it lasts longer because of the higher cost. And again, it's a huge benefit to your health and wellness. I also mentioned the wrinkles. While I chose a brand and materials that wouldn't wrinkle as much, you do need to use a steamer or really iron out the wrinkles if that is something that's important to you. And then lastly, and most importantly, which is why I made this video, it absolutely requires proper washing. Now, as I mentioned, this is not any harder than your normal washing. As a public health expert, I believe everyone should prioritize their health and their overall wellness, meaning we should upgrade or switch to healthy, non-toxic materials. Aging better, aging more healthy means to be more beautiful in the long run. And if you're watching Well with Brielle, I know that's a priority. So let's do the little things that we can, the things that we should. It's going to make us wake up like beautiful princesses or queens in the morning today, but also in the future as well. But when you get a good night's rest, you also have better energy. And as women who experience so many different changes, including our hormones, it's very important that we do what we can to restore our energy and, of course, pay attention to our energy and work with it. So making sure that we do have a healthy place to rest when we do need rest, because rest is self-care. It's important. When you don't rest, your brain cannot think as well. This is a scientific fact. Definitely make sure you rest and prioritize your slumber, ladies. So tell me in the comments below, because I literally cannot decide. Are you loving the girly pink set more? Or are you feeling the elevated spa-like champagne set more? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.